So you can go ahead and spread out. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. And let go back into the floor. Let the weight of your body release and start to slow down your breath. Feeling your rib cage expand as you inhale. And settle back down, releasing even more as you exhale. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you throughout your practice. Let's begin by sliding arms overhead and stretching out really long through your arms and legs. Interlace your fingers, press out through your palms, and flex your feet, reaching through the heels of your hands and the heels of your feet. And then bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in. You might give it a little jiggle or shake. And then straighten this leg up towards the ceiling, holding somewhere behind your leg for a gentle hamstring stretch. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then bend your knee back in. Open your knee out to the right and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side. Grounding down through the back of the left leg. And keep relaxing the face. Keep checking. Could you let go? The jaw, muscles around the eyes. Let's bend the knee and bring it across, spinal twist. Staying in your twist, try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal, letting the fingers and toes reach away from one another. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, take a little circle or rock with the knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then grab hold of just the left knee. Drop the right leg long, squeeze this knee in, maybe a little jiggle. And then straighten the left leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee in, open it out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of your right leg. Let's release, bend your knee, bring it across, spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then straighten your left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Little circle or rock. Let's drop the feet to the floor and get set up for a little bit of core work. Draw the belly in, pressing the lower back down. Interlace your fingers behind your head and then exhale, lift head and chest up. Inhale, release down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take two more. Last one. Release down, send your right leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Up and down, up, and down, up, and down. Last one. Release and switch. Left leg high. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Up and down. Up and down. Let's take one more. Release and switch. Right leg high. This time take your left arm across. Each time you exhale, reach a little further across. Keep checking that the face is relaxed. One more on this side. And then release and switch. Left leg high, right arm across. Let's take one more. And then release. Stretch long through your arms and legs. Bring your knees back in, another little circle or rock. And then roll your way up to sitting. Let's come all the way forward into a high push-up position. Set your hands near the front of the mat, fingers spread, step your feet back, whole body in a straight long line, feeling the strength of your underside lifting up. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. And then come into your back bend. And you can take this gently or deep, exploring how this feels in this body right now. And then back to down dog when you're ready, hips high. Take your time opening up into each new pose. Here you might pedal out your feet or shift your hips side to side. Then drop your knees, sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels. Forehead to the floor, letting go, letting the weight of your body drop back down. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left. And then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. Back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog, and then walk your hands and feet towards one another, and let's hang in ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. You might take a sway or shake out. Allowing the pull of gravity to release your head away from the rest of your spine. Let's bend knees a little bit more and slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. You can step up to the front of the mat, coming into your mountain pose, Tadasana. Reestablish your slow, steady breath, your focus here. And then we'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog or any other resting pose. Please take the time you need for your transitions, and then each time we come to a rest, choose a shape that actually feels like a rest for you. That could be down dog, but could just as well be sitting or child's pose or on the forearms or knees. One more deep breath. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up, bend your knee in, and start circling this bent right knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest, working core strength. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in, sink low. Let's grab the left wrist. Take it across for a side bend. Come over to the other side. Grab your right wrist, take it across. And then back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart, hips sink low. Release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square. And with the upper body letting go, like ragdoll. Let your head hang, let your neck release. Stretch that left leg straight as you can, long as you can. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Sink low. One more breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. You might take a vinyasa. You might just step back. Maybe there's some other way you want to move. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, and then bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Sink low. Let's grab the right wrist, take it across. Over to the other side, grab your left wrist, take it across. Come back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time, the way you don't normally cross. Release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. Let your head hang, let the neck release. Stretch that right leg as long as you can. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Sink low. One more breath. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Feeling whatever you are choosing to do. And then settle into a good rest, letting go of all of that, everything we've done, everything we might do. One more deep breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Hips sink low, head reaches high, shoulders drop low, fingers high. Can you engage the abdominals more and relax the face even more? Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhaling, flat back. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's come into warrior three. Shift forward and find your balance. You're welcome to modify or adjust however you need to. We're continually relearning our bodies, what works for this body right now. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one, just one breath. Release through a vinyasa or some movement transition. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one. Release through a vinyasa or some movement transition. And then letting go. Letting go being as important as the work. Even for just a couple moments, nowhere to get, no problem to solve. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps high. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, one breath. Come in and step right back to warrior 1. From here, open out, warrior 2. And then take your time adjusting. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior 2, big side stretch. Let's straighten the front leg, forward triangle. Reach out to come down. You can bring your hand to your shin, your ankle, a block, or the floor. Expanding past the ends of the fingers, past the top of the head. One more breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Just taking one thing at a time. You don't have to do anything else but right where you are right now. Next inhale, left leg sweeps up, feeling this. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, one breath. Step back, warrior 1. Open out, warrior 2. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. And straighten the front leg, triangle. One more breath here. Release, make your way back to down dog. Taking the time you need. Using your transition as a time to take good care of yourself. And then again, resting, coming back to presence, back to ease. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. From here, let's come into a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Work the palms towards the center of the chest, opening through that top shoulder. Last breath here. Let's come back to center, hips low, arms high. Same thing, other side. Right elbow across, take it all the way over, and then work the palms towards the center of the chest. Last breath. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart and then fold, wrapping arms overhead, and feel free to separate your feet, hip width apart. If you want to separate your hands, you could hold something between them. And then release the arms all the way down. Let's lower the hips, come into a squat, Malasana, and you might adjust this in any number of ways. You can turn the toes out, you can widen your stance, you can use props. We're going to open up the knees using the elbows, try and roll the shoulders back and down, and we'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha. Same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Now engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom, connecting that to the top, feeling the full length and space of your torso, your spine. And then release. Back to a forward fold, feet back to parallel. Any arm position you like here. You might even give your own neck and shoulders a little squeeze. If you want to get a crow pose in before moving on, you're welcome to take crow and then step or hop out of that. If you're not up for a crow pose today, you could stay where you are and then when you're ready, find your way back to down dog. So that could be through a vinyasa, could be just simply stepping back or any other movement. More important than what you have chosen to do is that you are feeling whatever it is you're doing. Feeling your breath. Find your way back to down dog. And then when you're ready, right leg sweeps high. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Let's take a twist here, left elbow across. And there are lots of variations of this. Feel free to find the one that works for you. If you want to do a low lunge, if you want to take a different arm position, you are welcome. Last breath here. Let's release, hands to the floor. Drop the back knee. If you want to pad it, you might grab a blanket. And if you do have blocks, you may want to grab those. We're going to come back for a hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward and then flex your toes back. Hands right under shoulders. Hips above the back knee, at least to start. Going in the direction of a flat back, in the direction of hips square. And if any of you want to go in the direction of splits, Hanumanasana, you're welcome to slide the front heel forward. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. To release, let's bring both hands to the inside. We're going to turn out through the right foot and come down to a lizard pose. So you could come down onto your elbows, either on blocks or the floor. You're welcome to shift your weight more to the right or the left. And if you would like to try adding a quad stretch, you're welcome to bend the back leg. Draw that foot in. If that doesn't work for you, don't do it. Don't worry about it. And take your time releasing, finding your way back to down dog, whether that's through a vinyasa or some other movement transition. From down dog, left leg sweeps high, step forward, high lunge, arms up. Come into a twist, something similar to what you did on the first side. Last breath here. Let's release. Hands to the floor or to your blocks. Drop the back knee. Pat it if you like. Hips back for hamstring stretch. Inch the front foot forward. Flex the toes back. Exploring your edge, what's possible for your body. If at any point you want to go deeper, either towards splits or just fold a little deeper, you're welcome. If at any point you need to back out a little bit, playing at that edge. If you did slide forward, slide your way back. Let's bring both hands to the inside. Turn out through the left foot and then shift your weight forward. Coming down to lizard pose. Customizing it for you. If you did add a quad stretch on the other side, you might add that again. And then take your time releasing, finding your way back to a good rest. Could be through any movement. And then let your rest be whatever shape allows you to come back to ease, back to presence. Last breath here. Let's make our way to sitting, however you would like to do that. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, badhokonasana. You can grab your toes or your ankles with that grip, lengthen. And then fold. Elbows can push into the legs, or if it works better for you to lean into the floor, either on your hands or elbows, or lean into some props. Keep going towards length, towards folding. Let's bring the upper body back up. Keep the right leg more or less where it is. Open the left leg out to the side for gate pose, Paragasana. Right arm up and over, coming to a nice side bend. You can use your left hand or elbow to support you on either the inside or outside of that straight leg. Try and lengthen all sides of the torso. So not only the top side, but the bottom side, front and back. Let your head fall towards the floor, and then take that top arm out and down until the shoulder pulls down, stretching right side of your neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up, and then you can use your hand to lift your head, staying nice and relaxed. Same thing other side. Left arm up and over. Big yawning reach, grounding through both sit bones. Keep looking for even more space, length, expansion. Let your head fall towards the floor. Take that top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down. Press into the bottom hand to come up. You can use that hand to help lift your head. Open both legs wide. Upavishta Konasana, wide angle pose. Feel free to sit up on something if you need a little lift under the hips, and use your hands to support you where it makes sense for you. For some bodies, behind is going to work better. For others, in front or leaning into a prop of some kind. Keep going towards length, towards folding. If it's useful, close your eyes. So it's not about what it looks like. Doesn't matter where you get. You're just looking for your edge. When you find it, that's where there is to breathe and expand awareness. Let's bring the upper body back up. Take your time. You can lean back, draw the legs in, a little shake out. And then let's take Gomukasana, cow face pose. We're going to bring the right leg on top of the left. And for this, we want to try and scoot the ankles out to the side so knee is on top of knee. We're going in that direction. If this is really tight, you might sit up on something to make it less tight, a blanket or block or cushion, or straighten the bottom leg, or both. Now, in order to get that right hip a little more grounded, we're going to bring the left elbow across, right hand into a fist, can press down, kind of anchoring the legs, and using that to help rotate. So you're lengthening your spine as you twist. Both sit bones really grounded, especially that right sit bone. Imagine it was growing roots or melting towards the floor. Keeping both sit bones grounded, release the upper body around to the front, and then let's take the right elbow on top of the left for eagle arms. We're going to put some pressure between the arms like you're trying to spread them apart. Spreading the upper back, the rib cage, torso really long, really wide, spacious. And then release. Let's interlace fingers behind the back, open up the chest, and then fold forward. And this could be just dropping your head, or some of you might fold over your legs a bit, maybe even reaching arms up and back away from you. And then release. Come up, unwind and switch. Other leg on top. Knee on top of knee as best you can. You might scoot the ankles out to the side or further back towards your hips. You may want to use props. Right elbow across, left hand into a fist, press down and use that to roll open, grounding through the sit bones, lengthen through the spine, and then keep twisting. Let's release the upper body around to the front. Left elbow on top this time, eagle arms. Pressure between the elbows, spreading the upper back. And then release. Interlace fingers behind your back, other thumb on top. Open up the chest, fold forward any amount. Let's release. Lean back, unwind. Let's take a little windshield wiper with the knees. Let the hips flop side to side. As you're on one side, you might rub that hip into the floor a little. And then roll back onto your back. Let's bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees. Drop your feet to the floor and we'll get set up for a couple back bends, starting with bridge, and then you can take it where you like from there. Press your feet down, lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back. Shrug your shoulders underneath you, spreading the upper back and lower back away from one another. You stay as long or short as you like. Whenever the pose feels complete, come down and rest. And rest until you feel like coming up again. If you feel like coming up again, you can take any back bend. Bridge, what we just did, or anything you know or want to try, including supported poses. Stay as long or short as you like. Whether you're back bending, transitioning, or resting, feeling what you are doing. And keep going until you don't feel like coming up again. Some days we might have a lot of energy for back bends, others not so much. So today's your day. Keep going, there's no rush. If you are done, you can move on to some counter stretch, happy baby, or anything else you want to do to release your back. We are moving towards the end of class, so this is a good time to do exactly what you feel like doing, whatever that is. If you're enjoying where you are, there's no rush. Each time you finish something, just ask, what's needed now? What would be a good next pose? What would be a good closing sequence for you? Maybe a twist, maybe an inversion, maybe a restorative pose. maybe nothing's needed. If nothing's needed, you can start getting comfortable in your final resting pose. As long as you are moving through your active practice, just keep your breath deep, keep feeling what you're doing. And whenever you are ready to come into Shavasana, take as much time as you need to get comfortable. If you want to adjust your clothing, little self-massage, grab props. Eventually coming into stillness and letting go. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. And let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. And take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. You might let that gratitude expand out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that could extend far and wide, maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.